Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Amp Nation, what's up? We are back again. If somebody can just give me, was having a little technical issue before, if somebody can just punch in the questions there and let me know if you can hear me loud and clear and if you could see the AMP splash screen. We are back. It is our Wednesday night. These trainings happen every other Wednesday night. And so we've got a jam-packed session, a lot of information and a lot of value that I want to pack in here in the next 30 minutes. I'm going to try and keep these down to 30 minutes because, well, people have lives. So we want to provide as much, deliver as much value and content as we can in a short amount of time. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started here. That's me. That's Justin Halliday, that's me, Master Associate. I'll be conducting a lot of these corporate trainings. We'll be having some guests on here. Listen, I am not an expert in all situations, areas, and opportunities, and so we'll be having some guests on here. We're going to be getting our Vice President of Sales is going to be jumping in here and doing a couple of series of training, as well as Tori Webb and some of the others. And listen, if you are a trainer by trade, if you like to teach people, if you're interested in participating in these from a trainer standpoint, by all means, please reach out to me and let me know. We can work on content together. After all, it's all about leaders creating leaders, right? So we've got a lot of content. Now listen, 2 weeks ago was really my part one of a series I'm doing, and last week was part one about finding prospects. And so if you're picking up where we are tonight and you didn't catch 2 weeks ago, you're going to want to go back and watch that. It was just a ton of content in there. You know, I keep thinking about that one statistic. Tell me you have nobody to talk to, and I'll show you a social network in Facebook that has 1.86 billion unique visitors every single month. There's no shortage of people to talk to. And so last session was about finding prospects, and this session is going to be part two of that. So all of the trainings are located out on the YouTube channel. So here's what I want you to think of while we're going through this session tonight. Do you consider yourself to be a shark or a farmer? Are you a shark or a farmer? Now listen, before you can answer that question, you have to have some information to be able to answer that, because I don't think anybody on this call is a shark physically. If you are, please share that with me. And I don't know, some of you might be farmers. That's a possibility. But we're not talking about farming corn or tomatoes. We're talking about farming business partners. So are you a shark or a farmer? That's the question I want you to be thinking of. Tonight's training, skill number 2, inviting prospects to understand your product or service. So remember, number 1 was about finding prospects. Now that you have these prospects, what do you do with them? Tonight we're going to dig in, and we're going to really spend some time drilling down on inviting prospects to understand your product or service. Remember, it's all about production. This isn't a job. We don't get paid for just showing up and sitting in the cubicle. We get paid for production. And I want to make sure that we are all producing. So let's talk a little bit about the hunter. I was like a hunter with the goal of bagging an elephant. I went around with a gun, or opportunity is what he means there. I went around like I had a gun in my hand and shot everything that moved. I didn't really care about relationships. Now that comes from, again, a close personal colleague of mine. Just kidding. Eric Worre, who's been in the industry for over 25 years. And he says when he first got started, and listen, I've been in the industry for almost 6 years, and when I got started, it was the same thing I did, and it might be what a lot of you are doing today. You're going around like as if you have a gun in your hand and you're literally shooting everything that moves. And I see it. I see the newbies. I see the rookies, not necessarily here in this business, but all over Facebook. I mean, heck, I get the messages in my inbox from people that give me a 6-mile message with 4 links in there. And like do they really think that I'm going to join their business? So that's what the hunter does, right? Or a shark is what he's referring that to. Sharks are hunters by nature, right? That's what they spend like 90% of their time doing is hunting. And so the hunter only cares about getting that next recruit. Where's that next recruit? A lot of you have heard this before. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Now listen, that's not an entirely negative statement. Meaning, if somebody isn't interested in the business, that's okay. But the mentality behind it is a mentality of you only care about that next recruit. That's the problem. Here's a little bonus slide here for you. You want to be successful in MLM? I got to believe that everybody that's tuned in here tonight, and I still see people jumping on this training, so welcome if you're getting in here a little bit late. This will be recorded. It is being recorded. You want to be successful. Everybody gets in, wants to be successful. We get in because of the time freedom. We want to spend more time with our children, doing the things we love, traveling the world, tired of having to look at price tags when we go out shopping, all sorts of stuff. Again, your level of success is different, but if you want to be successful in MLM, I'm going to give you the secret recipe, folks. I'm going to give you the secret. Study successful people and do what they do. Study successful people and do what they do. The key is in the duplication. Duplication. The farmer. So we know what the hunter does. The hunter is just out there. The shark is just out there looking for signing up their next prospect. You know, if they give us a negative, and if you even follow up with them, some people don't even. In fact, the statistics show that most people don't even follow up with people, with their prospects. The farmer is a little bit different. The top earners in the industry are more like farmers. Remember, you're looking to study and do what the best do. Top earners are more like farmers. They build relationships. Building relationships. I think it was LaVonda Michelle who said on the corporate webinar a couple weeks ago, relationship marketing. Relationship marketing. By the way, she is absolutely. I just got to go ahead and give her a quick shout out. She is absolutely just. She's doing such an amazing job. She's bringing on some awesome. She just brought on 2 new full voltage partners in the premium program, helping them get up and running. I mean, she is just doing outstanding. And I'm telling you, folks, I'm not going to take a lot of credit. In fact, I don't think I'm going to take any credit. But she says, Justin, I'm just following what you told me to do. Farmers build relationships. Farmers connect with people. The top earners connect with people. Big one. They build trust. This is a big piece. In fact, I just got off of a phase 1, step 1, part 1 training with Cruz, and we talked a little bit about that. And if you've gone through that training with me, if we've done this training together and we're on that training plan, it doesn't. It's part 1, part 2, part 3. I mean, it can keep going on. I tell people, if you want to be successful in this industry, in real estate, in law, in medicine, get yourself a mentor and ask them to pour themselves into you. I'm not saying it's me. Get yourself a mentor. But the part of the reason why we start with our warm market is because people call that our sphere of influence. Those people trust you. They trust you. They're going to trust your judgment. So build relationships. Top earners connect with people. Top earners build trust. What do top earners don't do? They don't pitch their business. They don't pitch their business. They invite. They invite when the time is right. Top earners invite. And that's what we're talking about tonight, right? We're talking about learning how to invite people to come and understand our products and services. I'm thinking at this point, all of you are probably now starting to think, man, I've got to learn how to farm. Get yourself some overalls, folks. Go get yourself some overalls and let's get to farming. Get yourself a pitchfork and let's go to work. So let's talk a little bit about the invite. You want to be inviting your prospects. Hopefully you have more than one, but you want to be inviting your prospects to attend some sort of an event. It's about an event. We want them to do something. When we're talking to a prospect, we want them to attend some sort of an event. There's all sorts of events. How about a one-on-one or two-on-one meeting? In fact, I think I'm missing a bullet point. I think I added it late and it's going to come out of sequence here. There it is. Probably the easiest thing and the thing we're going to do the most in this business is watch a short video. Watch a short video. That's a tool. We're going to talk a little bit here in a minute about the tools that we have access to here at AMP to accomplish this list. So watch a short video. We invite somebody to watch a short video. A one-on-one or a two-on-one meeting. A two-on-one meeting is like a three-way call, or maybe it's in person. And so, you know, Dave Duke's in Virginia. He's working out there with a couple of his partners that are in Virginia. And so maybe one of his guys has a meeting set up and he says, Dave, can you come to the meeting with us? Work your upline. Third-party credibility is huge. It's huge, folks. I'm telling you, for those of you that have been doing three-way calls with me over the last couple of weeks, I've been getting great feedback. Rupert, in fact, Rupert and I did a three-way call with Sebastian, and Sebastian just made a decision to join the business last night, and Sebastian already has some three-way calls lined up because the third-party credibility is huge. But you're going to invite your prospect to some sort of an event. Watch a short video, one-on-one meeting, a three-way phone call, a small group presentation in your home. Yes, these still happen. In fact, the AMP guru, Mr. James Day, just talked to me today about setting something up. He's down there in South Florida. He's with Don Diaz. He's with Amy G. He's got a group of three. He's got a nucleus down there. And so why not a small group presentation? You call it a get-together. You don't call it a meeting. Nobody wants to go to a meeting on a Saturday. You call it a get-together. We're going to throw some burgers, some shrimp on the Barbie. There's all I got for my Australian people. I know we got a lot of Australian folks that are actually staying up for this webinar, which I love, which is awesome. How about Kirsten on Monday night staying up till 2 a.m. to join the webinar, talk about Amped Up. Small group home, presentation in your home. Again, invite some people into your home. Non-confrontational. Open up a couple of bottles of wine, or maybe save the wine for after. I don't know. Depends on how you roll. How about an online webinar, live sizzle call, one going on tomorrow night? Take what you learned today and tomorrow spend the entire day inviting people to a webinar. Live sizzle calls every Tuesday and Thursday. We got UK ones, we got Australia ones. They're happening all over the globe. Invite your prospects to attend some sort of an event. And then last, the hotel meeting. See, really, if you can do a couple of three-way calls and have a couple of your local market, people that are close to you, join your business, and then all of a sudden you got three, like James, Dawn, and Amy, and then all of a sudden those three put on a small couple of group presentations at the house, and all of a sudden they've got 10 or 12 people that are in the business. Now you move to a hotel meeting. Now the 10 or 12 of you each go out and invite 6 or 7 or 8, maybe 10, maybe more, and you have a hotel meeting. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. If you're in the United States, and you and your group could put together a hotel meeting with a minimum of 100 people in that meeting, I will guarantee you that I will be there, and I will make sure that 2 of our corporate founders, owners, 2 of the corporate guys are there with me. You put together a hotel meeting and you get 100 people in a room to come and take a look at this amazing, simple, lucrative business we have, and we'll be there. but that's the goal. Invite your prospects to attend some sort of event. The invite. It's about building relationships, guys. So let's talk a little bit about the tools. The second thing is inviting your prospect to review a tool. So the first part is inviting them to something, and then the second part is inviting them to actually review a tool. Guys, we have tons of tools to help educate your prospects. What do I mean by that? You don't have to present anything. You literally, and that's the simplest part. See, when somebody is looking at joining your business, joining here, AMP, partnering with you in the AMP business, they're thinking, how much do I have to learn? And if you're just regurgitating everything and you're presenting and you're doing all this stuff, here's what they think. There's no way I can do all that. And they turn you off, they shut off their brain, and they've immediately made a decision that this is too impossible for them to do. But when you use the tools, you're actually showing them that they have access to these same tools, and it's simple. We have a plethora. We have a plethora of tools to help educate your prospects on the value of our products and services. I don't know about you, but we think we have an amazing product and some amazing services, tons of value, some things that have never even been introduced into the marketplace yet. Tons of great videos on the AMP YouTube page. Tons of great videos. Replicated website. You have, for $20 a month, you get a full replicated website that is coded directly to you, and you literally can tell somebody, hey, listen, here's what I'm going to do. Just go check out the website. You know, if you see anything there you like, shoot me a call tomorrow night. You know, let's set up a time to review it. Replicated website, tons of great videos on the AMP YouTube channel, multiple funnels. And again, I love the team out there in the UK because they have, most of them have not seen a system like this. They all have network marketing experience. I mean, Carrie has had success in multiple different companies, product-based. You know, I think Rachel has been in, I think she said 3.5 years. Kirsten, a few years. And so, but they just keep raving about the funnels, guys. It's an all-in-one, done-for-you marketing system, complete and ready to use. That's another tool. We have a 3-day free trial of the AMP Club. So what better tool is that when you're out talking to a prospect about this amazing platform that we have, this club where their children have no in-app purchases and there's no ads, there's no interruptions, it's straight gameplay, amazing apps that you can download and get the full version. Listen, I'm using another app on my phone that gets ads, and I found it in the app club, in the apps club. I found it, so I removed it, put that one on, and guess what? It eliminated the ads immediately for me. So how about that for a tool? Sign up for the 3-day free trial. Well, what do you mean, Justin? I've got to put my credit card in. Well, of course you have to put your credit card in because after 3 days, you're going to want to keep it. That's why your credit card's in there. So it just bills you the $10.99. You don't have to hassle going back in there. Check it out. Listen, if you don't like it, cancel. You don't get charged. You have 3 days to check it out. Put the free trial on their phone. And how about the AMP Hub? Free for everyone to check out right now. So you've got 2 products that they literally can put on their phone for free. Those are 2 tools that they can come and check a look at the business. Multiple funnels for your online marketing efforts. Tons of great videos on the AMP YouTube. And a replicated website. Duplication. Let's talk a little bit about duplication. You want the formula to success? How many people on this training, how many people that are listening to this recording, how many people are tuned in? There's going to be hundreds of views on this thing here in the next couple of days. How many of you want the formula to success? Here it is right here. Your ability to get a large group of people to consistently do a few simple things over an extended period of time. That is the formula to success. to be able to get a large group of people to consistently do a few simple things over an extended period of time. Guys, duplication is where the magic happens. Duplication is where your checks grow. Duplication is where now you actually have an opportunity to turn this into a 5-figure business. I'm talking $10,000 a month and above. That is every single one of you that's listening to me right now has that same opportunity. Duplicate. To duplicate is where the magic is. And we're going to talk a little bit about following a simple step-by-step process and then getting a mass of people to do it. The basics. Let's go back to the basics, right? 4 basic rules. There are literally 4 basic rules to inviting. Remember, inviting people to come and take a look at your business. Number 1, be yourself. Be genuine. Don't be somebody else. Don't fake it till you make it. Man, I can't stand that one. Doesn't that bother you? You see all these people posting all of these false figures and false images. Guys, I'm telling you, nobody's joining their business. Be yourself. Be genuine. Number 1 was actually detach yourself from the outcome. Detach yourself from the outcome. You have to be emotionally detached from the entire outcome. This is extremely important. Remember, your goal is not to convince or convert. Your job is simply to share and invite. That's it. We don't recruit. I hate people using that term, recruit, recruit, recruit. Recruiters go out and find people to work at jobs. We don't recruit. We share. That's our job. If you disconnect your emotions from the outcome and just focus on the education and understanding, everything else will get simple. I promise you. It's so easy. Yeah, it sounds difficult, but it's so easy. We're so concerned with the hope of recruiting the person. Oh, I want to recruit this person. Be passionate. Enthusiasm is contagious. It's contagious. You ever been in a room? You ever been in a room with a motivational speaker, a Tony Robbins or an Eric Worre, and when you leave that seminar, you're like on cloud 9. It's because their energy and enthusiasm is contagious. Be confident and hold a strong posture. Listen, be you. Be the real you. Be you. Be the passionate you. Be you, and be the confident you when you're inviting somebody to come and take a look at your business. Professional invitation. The professional invitation. Skills to practice and master. Ready? Skills that you want to practice. Practice makes better. Some say practice makes perfect. I don't believe any of us is perfect at anything we do, but the skills to practice that you want to master. Man, I added one thing in on all of these slides and it threw it out of order. Number 1, step 1 is be in a hurry. This is purely psychological, folks. Always appear to be in a hurry. I'm always in a hurry, so it's easy for me. It comes natural. I feel like I'm always in a hurry wherever I'm going. It's just part of my chemical makeup. But you want to be in a hurry. People are always more attracted to people who have a lot of things going on. How many of you noticed that? People are attracted to people that have things going on in their life. If you start every call, if you start every chat, if you start every communication giving the impression that you're in a hurry, you will find your invitation will be shorter. You're going to spend less time on the phone. You're going to spend less time in that chat, which is going to give you more time to go and do what? Invite more prospects. Here's a few examples. You ready? I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it was really important that I reach out to you today, Sarah. Listen, Joe, I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you real quick on the phone. Hey, Joe, listen, I'm running out the door, but I needed to talk to you real quick. Listen, here's what I got. That's if you know them. Those are people that you know. That's the sphere of influence. That's the people that everybody's the most afraid to talk to. Listen, I'd be afraid to talk to them too if I worked for a product company and my phone call had to go like this. Hey, Joe, listen, I just joined this amazing nutritional company and we've got these wraps, and if you wrap them on your stomach for 4 days, you have a six-pack like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Want to join me? That's not the call we're making. We're not calling to sell anything. We're calling to offer people an opportunity to get into a young, 9-year young industry and make a ton of money from a $1 trillion industry. Now, and so here's a couple for some cold markets. Now isn't the time to get into this, and I have to go, but I'm going to invite you to take a look at my business. I have to run. You know, somebody reaches out to you through one of your Facebook posts and they say, hey, send me some info. Here's what I tell them. I say, I have to run right now, but hey, and then I'll fill in the gap there. Get it? Sense of urgency. Number 2, what are we doing on time? Number 2, compliment the prospect. Always a sincere, this is the part about being genuine. It has got to be sincere or don't say it. A sincere compliment always opens the door to real communication. And I'm going to take, James Day. I'm not going to, I forget who he said he reached out to, but he reached out. He's been reaching out to people. He's done spamming his link in the groups. I love it. He's grown. He's taken another step in the right direction. And he's reaching out to people and he's saying, hey, listen, man, I noticed that you're a kick-ass marketer. Dude, I just wanted to reach out and I need to be connected with you. And so he starts building the relationship. He connects, he builds the relationship, he builds the trust, and then boom, he invites them to take a look at his business. It is literally textbook. It's that simple, folks. Compliment the prospect. Step 3, make the invitation. One size does not fit all. I can't give you a phrase or a magic potion catchphrase to use for every single invitation. I wish I could, but I can't. There are different kinds of invitations. And guess what we're going to go over next week or in 2 weeks? We're going to talk a little bit about some of the different kinds of invitations. But make the invitation. You've got to ask them to come and take a look at your business. This one's huge. This is part of the invitation. Step 4, there's 2 phrases here. If I, would you? If I, would you? If I gave you a video, would you watch it right now? If I emailed you a recording of last night's Sizzle webinar, would you watch it tonight? See how that goes? If I, would you? If I, would you? If I invited you to a special webinar where they're only allowing 100 people to come and view this, would you take a look? Second part, this may or may not be for you, but listen, there's so much power in that statement you have no idea. When you start your invite with this may or may not be for you, it takes all of the pressure off your prospect. They don't feel obligated to join your business because you've already told them this may or may not be for you, man, but I could not help to share this with you. And I'm telling you, I have people that I'm working with every day. Rupert up in Canada is one of them. These are the things he's using, and he's exploding his business. He's not just signing up people. He's not recruiting. He's bringing in people that are duplicating what we're doing. It's not rocket science. Step 5. Confirmation number 1, confirm the time commitment. You've got to confirm it with them. If you set up an appointment for them to watch a video, confirm it. If you set up a time for a meeting down at the Starbucks, you've got to confirm it. Confirm the time commitment and then confirm it again. Step 7. Confirmation number 3, make sure you schedule the next meeting. This is important. If you've got somebody that's taking a look at somebody and they're interested, don't just say, okay, well, let me know what you think. Set a time. Try and set up a time. Say, listen, I am slammed tomorrow. I've got time between 3 and 4. You know, if I send you that video, can you watch it tonight? And can we set up some time tomorrow to go over it? It's not going to happen every time, but try to. You want to control the outcome. Listen, I want to control outcomes. I don't want outcomes controlling themselves, because then I don't know what's going on. Step 8, get off the phone, get off the chat, get out of there. You're in a hurry. Remember, we started this, we're in a hurry. So it starts like we're in a hurry. We compliment the prospect. We make the invitation. Hey, if I, would you? Okay, great. 3 o'clock, awesome. When you get done watching at 3 o'clock, let's meet back here. Let's get on the phone. Hey, come on over to the house tonight. I'll meet you at the Starbucks, whatever it is. I got to run because I got about 1,000 more people that I need to contact. See you soon. That's your professional invitation. Those are the skills that you want to master. Everybody I love those little tags that they put in there. Your dream life. These are the steps you want to master so that you can live the life that most people can but won't, because they won't do this stuff. They won't dig in. People say all the time, well, network marketing, only 90% of those people, only like 2 or 3% are really successful. That number is so misconstrued and miscomprehended, it's ridiculous. Did you guys know that last year in 2016 here in the United States, 90% of licensed realtors did not sell a single house? Reaching a level of success is difficult. It takes time, energy, and effort. And if you don't invest all 3 of those, listen, you could spend all the time in the world. If you're not giving any effort into it, it's not going to work. You can be the most energetic person in the world, and if you're not investing any time, it's not going to work. Time, energy, and effort. Questions? Listen, I want to mention one more thing before we get into the questions. We talk about duplication. I'm going to tell you, here's my goal. I don't know what your goal is, but my goal is I want a minimum of 10 people looking at my business every single day. Now, here's what's cool. That's just not me. That number for me, 10, is me and my front line. So I'm working with Cruz. I'm working with Rupert. I'm working with Cheryl. I'm working with Chris, and he's not even one of my frontline guys, but I'm working with these people. That's part of your 10 a day. So whether 10 people are looking at this business personally by you or within your frontline team, your team of personals. Now, check this out. This is where it gets exciting, guys. If you can literally get to where there's 10 people a day looking at your business. Now let's say you're like Dawn Diaz, who's coming up on 100 people in her matrix. Okay, she's got 100 members in her matrix. Now imagine if all 100 were doing 10 people a day. Let's just say they were showing this to 5 people a day. They were following these steps. They were digging in. That's 500 people a day in Dawn's matrix that would be taking a look at the AMP business. 500 potential new signups, new business partners, new AMP associates. Duplicate that to 1,000. It's 5,000 people a day. That's where the magic happens. It's not rocket science. We're not asking you to go out and convince or sell people. We're not asking you to go out and do anything that I know that any one of you has capability of doing. Listen, guys, I hope this was valuable for you. I'm going to go ahead and just take a quick look here and see if I've got any questions. The next session, by the way, is going to be Wednesday, May 3rd. So if you want to mark that on your calendar. Let me see here. I think I've got one question maybe. So Paulo has a question that's unrelated, and I'm going to answer it anyway. Paulo says he likes to work with banners. When will the banners be available? Guys, we're going to have banners. In fact, we put together a design. We wanted to make sure, just so you know, we don't spend money on stuff when we're not sure it's ready and it's going to work. And so we wanted to make sure the message was dialed in. It's the same reason we don't have a comp plan video yet, because we don't want to spend $2,000 or $3,000 on a professional comp plan video and then add or move something in the comp plan. So we want everything dialed in perfectly on the marketing, on the messaging, and then we put. So there's going to be some banners. I've got a business card builder for you guys coming. We've got a couple of 5x7 flyers that you can print off and send over to Vistaprint or your local printer. There's some banners coming. We're even working on some cool new videos, some little catchy videos to put on the funnel, and some cool stuff like that. Listen, guys, get out there and work it. I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody that I train personally. If you invest 90 days, if you treat this like $1 million business for 90 days, and you work this thing every single day, I don't care if it's 5 minutes a day or 5 hours a day, at the end of those 90 days, you will have a foundation that will provide you a life-changing income. You will create a residual income that pays you 4 to 5 figures a month for a long time. So plug in, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you're catching this on the playback, thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. You guys have a great night, great day, great morning, great weekend. Just be great.